Good afternoon, YouTube's man always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, this weekend we have one of the biggest shows in the sport of bodybuilding that's going on, and that is the Rising Phoenix Women's Bodybuilding World Championship, also the Arizona Pro, and also the NPC Arizona, I believe that's the name of the show. Like I said, but anyway, as you know, as a content maker, I do focus a lot on female bodybuilding. I want to focus on all other divisions, but as you know, this is a big show for women's bodybuilding. You know, the Rising Phoenix has been around for about 7 years now. This is going to be 7 years since it started. And, you know, we started, as you all know, the story how back in 2014, when after 2014, when IFB pronounced that they were going to drop women's bodybuilding from the Olympia, as I often like to say, Claudia right behind them and stabbed them in the heart. And thanks to Jake Woods and then also and the Wings of Strength, they gave a show, an opportunity, a platform for women's bodybuilders to shine. And that's why I have respect for. Anyway, the list was going to be at least about nearly 20 competitors, but then a couple ladies that dropped out. You know, most certainly one whose name I will not speak. But no, this is the original list. As you know, they have these ladies here. These ladies were supposed to be the show, and then also the winner of the 2022 Miss International. As you know, Miss International is the part of Chicago Pro. It's a pro qualifier for NPC competitors. You know, I know a dear lady I've become friendly with. Some ladies, two ladies I were friendly with, both did that show, and that was Yetta May Hensel and Amanda Schnooks. But the lady that won the show is Aisling Hesseling. I want to say her name wrong. She's a woman from, originally she's from Australia, and she's like I think about around the 50+ area, and she won the overall. You know, but it's another lady who I will not speak either, but she won the overall, which qualified for the Rising Phoenix, but she's not doing the show. I saw that she's not even she's not even on the list. So that means that she's dropped out. She lives in Australia, so my guess she feels like it's not worth coming over here or something else. The cost of travel, all that stuff. She comes a long way to compete this show, and then the opportunity you might not even go to Olympia. So I think she's probably waiting, maybe do another show. And they said that there's plans that the Masters division is going to be in the Olympia, so she probably might do a show that may fits for her and get a better Olympic qualification. But as you know, the list was rebooted, and this was the list that the NPC News Online posted. I saw it about a couple of days ago, and it was like, it looked like there was something wrong with it, and noticed that someone was missing on the list, and it was the champ Andrew Shaw. I said, "Why is there Andrew Shaw here?" So I said, "I'll wait until they update the list, and I'll talk about it." So updated it yesterday. So I said, "Well, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about it today since the show's coming up on Saturday." So here is the list. And we have 17 ladies representing the sport of bodybuilding. 17. That's a pretty good number. And, it could be a little more, but we all know situations, stuff like that, But this is the thing I want to say about the Rising Phoenix. It's a great show. It's a great opportunity. But I think, it's kind of like the Arnold, where it's invitational. And generally, more than half the women on this list have already qualified to Olympia. So this is why I feel like this show now, with some situations going up, this show should be now more of a for Olympic qualification show. So I know they have contracts stuff like this, but I think it should be more qualification show. That means all ladies who have qualified already for the Olympia shouldn't be competing. Even the champ, Andrew Shaw, you should step back and let other competitors take opportunity. So anyway, on the list is the lovely lady from Sweden. I got to meet her at Savannah, and that was a pleasure to meet. I mean, I was just all getting Irene. We just walking out the hall, like just being talk to me. But anyway, it's Irene Anderson, the big Swede herself. So last year she didn't do too good. She was, I think, next to the bottom. I think she was like 14th, and then she did win Most Muscular. But like I said, depending on how she's gonna look at here, she does have 11 points. She need enough points to qualify the Olympia. If she don't crack in, like I said, most definitely she needs at least 10 to at least 8 points to qualify the Olympia. If she comes short, this is the first time since women's bodybuilding returned to the Olympia, she's gonna miss it. Also, we have in Mila Ash. As you know, Mila has been competing for a long time. This is going to be her sixth Olympia, and twice as a female bodybuilder. I think the three as a female bodybuilder because she 2020, 2021, yes, so it's the third time, and Mila's pretty good. She's really developing. I think some things she still needs to work on, and she didn't do too good at the last Rise Figure. It was last year it was really a lot of ladies who looked good last year didn't look too good. Looked good, the year before didn't look as good as last year. Here we have Michaela Aycock. And Michaela, she's, with the situation happened with her while back in Atlanta, she's on her way because it's going to be her, I think, her third or fourth Olympia because she has competed twice as an Olympic, as a physique competitor, and this is going to be her second time as a bodybuilder. Next up, we have Rashana Boswell, who also has been in Olympia. Is this is the second show in Puerto Rico where she won as a bodybuilder, and she's been in Olympia at least four times. This is gonna be her fourth time, twice as a physical competitor, and second time as a bodybuilder. We have Nadia Capasoto. This is gonna be her second Olympia, and she did this. She did this. Nadia won two Olympic qualifications within 1 year. She won at the Puerto Rico, which got a qualification, and then she won at the Muscle Fest in Romania, and then she also did the Big Bad Weekend. So she won three shows within a year, and then now she's going to make her second time at the Olympia. I like her physique. Very great physique. I like the lines of it. We have here the return of Lisa Cross, sorry, Lisa Cross, and Lisa has not competed, I think, since 2018. That's been a long time she's competed. And, so from what I've seen online, she really put on some size, a lot of density. She's, it's just, I follow her on social media. It's just gonna be what she's gonna bring. I mean, it's gonna be close. Here we have Leah Denny. Now Leah's been a little quiet. She hadn't do too many shows since the Atlanta. As you know, she's a mother. She has responsibilities. She has a corporate job, so she wanted to focus on this show. So as you know, she earned a qualification for the Olympia at New York last year, and then she also did Rise of Phoenix, and then now she's a Women's Strength Ambassador. So it's all depending on how she's gonna look, how her presentation gonna be. I don't know. She did crack the top five last year, but it's all depending, especially with the new lineup that's coming in here. We have Chelsea Dion. And out the gate, she has done pretty good, taking second at Chicago, then turn around and win in Tampa, and now she's going to make her Olympia debut this year. It's all depending how she can look at this show. As you know, she's already qualified, so if she can make the top three or top five, it doesn't matter much because she already got the Olympia. Here we have is Ashley Hadley, who I got to see also at Savannah. I actually got saw her walking with her husband. I should have said something, but I know they were focused on whatever else. But she just won the Savannah, which I was there about over a month ago, and she looks pretty good. She's working with Nicole Mendoza, with the pose and stuff. So we will see what kind of presentation she's gonna bring. Also, we have Michelle Jen, who now leads in points with 22 points. Is no Michelle. She did Toronto back to back. She last year Toronto, then this year's Toronto, and then she did New York. So, which got her enough points, which keeps her in. If she cracks the top three or five, then she's gonna hold the lead in points. Here we have Janine Nakowski. Janine's been a little busy. She's one of the best posers around. She did Tampa. I think she did Atlanta. I think she also did Chicago too. Last year, I think she did pretty good. She was getting a lot of points, making top three, top five some shows, and winning. And she won best poser at Savannah. So you saw Jake Wood holding the envelope with the money in it. I mean, that was something impressive. Here we have is the lovely Sheena Ola. I'm a big fan of Sheena. I think she's impressive. I got to talk to her, meet her, and she did pretty good at a couple of shows. Been struggling after Savannah. We were talking how she said she wasn't in the best condition like she wanted to be, and she took fourth at Chicago, then took second at Tampa. I thought she was going to win Tampa. How good she looked. But like I said, if she can bring in a good conditioning from what I'm seeing on social media, I think she can probably crack the top five. It's a possibility. Here we have Mona Person-Lay, who's been kind of quiet. I got to see her again. I got to see her at Savannah. Hey, I got to see a lot of these ladies that I follow on Savannah, and she did a posing. I tell you the truth, when I saw her in Savannah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she should have done that show. Way she looked, she was just doing guest posing. Her and there was a guest. If you ever watch the show, there's a guest pose up between her and Andrea. She looked great. She looks really tight. She can possibly, maybe, I don't know. Depending on how Andrea looks, she might possibly knock her off. If not, then she'll get 10 points, which she'll tie with Michelle Jen. So, and I think she might want to push for another show. She might try to do Romania so she can maybe get the points leads. Here we have Donna Salida, the lovely Donna Salida, who I got to meet, talk with. Amazing lady, great lady. This will be her, I believe, her first time doing Rising, also her first time doing the Olympia. She's also a Strength Ambassador. And I mean, it was great to meet Donna. It was just great. I mean, she was there with the person I name will not speak, but I had a good conversation with her more than I did the other person. Here we have Virginia Sanchez. She's one of my favorites. I've always been a fan of Virginia Sanchez. She's been in this game for quite a time. She has cracked the top five at the Rise of Phoenix almost 3-4 years back. She won. She also, you remember, she went to Olympia after she won the Romanian. One point, I remember she was saying that she was going to do. She was invited because she knows she's going to straight past also. She was invited to do Romania. I mean, the Rise of Phoenix, but she said she couldn't travel because the issues were going on, especially where she lives in Spain. And here we have the champ. I mean, oh my God, the champ. Andrea Sharp, and just this picture alone, look at her body. Oh my God, she's like, like a warrior who just shined their armor before they go into battle. I mean, and she did look a little soft a bit at the when I saw the catch posting, but that's almost been over a month ago. And if she's focused and ready, I think, like I said, she might still, three-peat, or possibly, I don't know. It just all depends how if she brings the same presentation she does in Olympia for the Rising Phoenix, I don't think no one's gonna beat her. And then we have a lady who I've become quite friendly with. She's a great lady. I even talked to her yesterday on the phone. That was yesterday. It was a couple of days ago. And she's really ready. She's ready to go. And she has been working hard. Her and her. Also much respect to her husband, Mr. Big Keith. I hope he's doing all right. And it's Tina S. Williams, and I love Tina. I think she's a great person. I love her and her family. And if she can crack the top 10 of this show, that'd be good. I know she missed opportunities to qualify to Olympia. I mean, it's tough, but I think she still has that passion for this sport. And I have a lot of respect for Tina. I most definitely have a lot of respect for Tina. So anyway, this is the list for the Arizona Pro, and this is women's physique. And it's pretty much this. This is the first time I've seen there's more female bodybuilders and physique competitors. I mean, it's 15. That's a low number. But I think but like I said, you never know. I think they might have rebooted the list. I'll check on it later. I started working on this last night, and put it together. But like I said, it's 15 women. That's two less than women's bodybuilding. Yay! But it's still a good lineup. Some ladies I recognize, and a couple of them I actually got to meet. Right here we have Rachel Ronson. I think it's Ronson. She did Tampa. I think she might have cracked the top 10 of that show. We have here Miss Elizabeth Bradshaw. Now she has done this show quite often. I think she's originally from Texas, so it's not that far for me to go to Arizona. I think that one point I thought somebody said she might be switching over to women's bodybuilding, and she had a birthday a while back. But she has been to the Olympic before, and this is causally a show. This show still is an Olympic qualification show, the Arizona Pro. We have here Miss uh, Anita Downey, and she's been around for quite some time. I think this will be her first. She hadn't competed in a nice good few years, so I think this will be her first contest in a few years. We have the lady I got to meet to and talk to, Miss Catherine Alex Flex Hall, and she's amazing. And she's already, I think she's like a few points away from cracking the top three. So she can possibly, she did. I remember when I talked to her, I didn't think she was doing Savannah until they said she didn't put on the list. And, I don't know who's working on the NPC. They need do a better job when they bring these lists. So she's possibly, if she can either crack top three or win the show, she's gonna go to Olympia. We have another lady. I could not find a picture on her. Her name is Christina Kresma, whatever the name is. I'll say Christina K. And she's from Austria, so I don't know much about her. Next we have here is Morgan Martin Gerard. She's from Vegas. We have here another lady. I couldn't find a picture on her. Her name is Haley Perry, and she's from Ohio, where my dear friend Jada Beverly's at, and also my dear friend Sean is at. And we have here Miss Mary Power, who did the Legion Sports Fest. Well, I reached out to her for the interview, but she never got back to me. Well, she got back to me. She was busy with other stuff. Here we have Miss Lauren Richards, who competed at the St. Louis Pro. Here is Tiffany Rody, who did St. Louis, and also I believe she did the Omaha show. We had Diana Schneid, who's been pretty busy. I think Diana did Chicago. I think she cracked top five, top three that show, I believe, and also she did Tampa. And we have here the lovely Tawana D. Smith. We have not seen her in a long time. It's been a long time since she competed. As you know, she turned pro years ago. I mean, I think she hadn't competed as a pro yet. This will be I think a pro debut. We have here the Texas Pro champion, Melissa Tyke. And she's already qualified for Olympia, and last year she earned her qualification for Olympia at this show also. So it's all depending on how if she comes in with a great presentation, she might win the show. And also, I think she might consider going up to women's bodybuilding. I've seen pictures of her. She has those lines, those sweeps. Her lats are just, I mean, her, a couple of ladies who I've seen might need to switch over to the divisions. They're really getting developed. Those, a lot of stuff like those full round muscle bellies like I hear. Then we have here is Miss Sherry Valdez, and I think this is going to be her second show since she turned pro, and it's been a while. And last we have here is another lady who just won also her Olympic qualification for the first time, is Chelsea Worcester. And she won it at the Omaha. And that was a show where, as you know, if you hadn't heard, and I heard this from somebody who dropped it a while ago, that the Omaha Pro is not going to be around anymore. I think they retired the show. I think it's issues with financial issues. So I remember it was a pretty popular show. I know Tina did at least 3 times, and and a couple of others have earned their qualification. Remember, Andrea Shaw earned her first Olympic qualification by winning Omaha. So we lost another show, folks, for women's bodybuilding, and just for even physique too. They lost another show, but physique still has a little more stage doing bodybuilding. So I saw this when I was looking at this, and this is from Figure, and this is Figure over 40. And very tip top of the name, the person I saw that say, "What?" And last time we did an interview a while back with Miss Shamika Cash. Last time we did an interview, you said she was retired, but she's coming back and she's doing Figure, and I think that's a good move for her because if you know Shamika is not that bulky. And you look at the physique girls now, they're getting big. That's why a lot of girls are jumping up to women's bodybuilding. And she has a great physique, good lines. She's long and tall, great definition. I love her look. She's crazy. I tell you, I love her body. She has a beautiful, athletic body. And I think the good move for her, because she is over 40. I'm not gonna say her age. I think she just had a birthday some time ago, and she is over 40. And I sent her a good luck a message on IG, and she said thank you, and I appreciate that. It was a great your interview with her. I'm sorry I remember I misspelled her name, call her Samika, but it's Shamika Cash. She's a great lady. She's a coach, a trainer. Like I said, I was surprised. I didn't think she was going to return. I thought she said she was done, but I think going on the Figure might be better for her because she does have those lines that I think is more like you compare someone like Jessica Badillo Reyes and some other ladies in the division now. Here we have another lady who's a friend of a lady who I become acquainted with, Miss Eva Montgomery. This is her buddy Layla. I want to get her name right because I have to bite my tongue and put it on solid. Said Aiki her whole fofo. I was just Miss Layla. I'm sorry. It's just she has competed at the same show with Eva. That was the Vancouver Showdown show, and I just heard also that show's been canceled. So and it was just like I said, this year wasn't a great year for bodybuilding, especially for the women. Few shows now, going to be very small numbers and stuff that's going on. I'll talk about it later, but she's an impressive lady. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a competitor, she's a trainer, and was physique, and she earned a pro card physique. Now she's switching to Figure, and I think probably for her, I think it might be a good division for her because if you look at Figure now. Some of the Figure girls look like early female bodybuilders. They look like maybe even like a lot of you can't forget a lot of Figure women's a lot of the Figure women who with the physique like Shanique Grant and Natalia Cuejo. There's quite a few of them, and I think Figure is a good step. It's a good side step. Like when Daphne Carter went over to wellness, it fits for her. I think it fits for her, particularly your physique. So I think it's good for her. I think it's good for Layla to make that move. So anyway, the show's gonna be tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'm sorry, tomorrow, November the 5th. Now I think it's probably gonna be around 7 to 8 Pacific time because it's Arizona, and Arizona is 3 hours behind the East Coast. So my guess is the show is gonna start around about I'm gonna say about 10, 11. So I'm gonna watch it. Because like I said, supporting people like Rashana and Sheena and Tina and a couple of ladies I've become acquainted with over, either I met or become acquainted with on social media. I'm gonna watch it because and it's like I said, this is as the Arizona Pro, also the NBC Arizona Extravaganza. This is an all ladies show. No banana hammocks. They're not sharing no stage with banana hammocks and none of the board shorts. This is a ladies show. It's kind of like a remembrance of the Jan Tanner. how Jantana was the only all women's show. And I mean, it was a great show because he used to have it in Virginia and even in my home state of North Carolina. I always wanted to go see it, but it's been almost, I think, about 18, 19 years since they dropped the Jantana. A little more than that. I'm trying to remember. But this is a show where the ladies get the opportunity to shine. They don't share the stage with the guys, and I hope people support this show. If you bought the ticket, go to the show. The show is in Arizona. I think Talking Stick, I believe. Um, is the venue. As you know, and this what is always about the show is that for the women's bodybuilding, they get a good amount of prize money. When you win, you get $50,000, which is about the same with the Olympia. But you get a car. There's also these other prizes like best poser, best video, and also most muscular. I mean, that's a good way. They make a little money for them. But like I said, support the show. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. If you want to watch the pay per view, like I said, it's a little money out of your time. Since the first of the month, I got some money I can burn a little bit, but after that, I gotta be tight with a dollar. But like I said, support these ladies, support the show. If you're somebody, like I said, if you're somebody who's a sponsor interested in supporting the show, that's what they need. If you can get more sponsors to get behind this show and give the women the opportunity, they don't have to share the stage with the guys, where they can be out in front. That'd be great. Like I said, it's all the divisions. With Arnold, it's only like so many divisions that he chooses half. But like I said, this is why I support this show. But I say this is one thing. Well, since we're losing more shows, this show should become not just a show for exclusive competitors or women's strength ambassadors. It should be a show that everybody wants the opportunity to compete in. Since this is called Women's World Bodybuilding Championships, that means anybody who wants the opportunity to compete in the show should be competitive. That's why, and this is my belief. This is my personal. I think all the contenders already got the Olympic qualifications should step aside. Let people who would love to have opportunity to try to get to Olympia do a show like this should try to, if like I said, if you want to compete, that's fair. I understand that it cuts down the number of competitors or whatever else they say, but like I said, this show should be more inclusive to everybody who wants to be here. And like I said, I talked to quite a few ladies. I think and they agree with me with that. But like I say, check it out. It's gonna be November the 5th. I think around about 7, 8 o'clock Pacific, and around about 10 or 11 Eastern Standard Time. And also, you got to take the other times too, like Mountain and Central. But like I said, support these ladies, support this show, and show respect to women in the sport of bodybuilding. Anyway, this is Man Always Yours Page, aka the Emperor from Man Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.